that's a critical question in that sense, because I may say so, and I don't want to leave ISKCON, but of course, Maya is very strong. Anything can happen. Nobody is. Look at Surat Muni. He was meditating for 55,000 years. So yes, I made up my mind. I'm going to stay in ISKCON, and I don't see an alternative to ISKCON. I just don't see anything outside of this movement. I've not seen something that I would be attracted to, as far as genuine spirituality is concerned. There isn't Srila Prabhupada outside of this movement. We have Srila Prabhupada, we have our deities, we have our Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Govardhan, Japa, Tulsi, a whole variety of things that I don't see an alternative to it unless you fall into Maya. There's no alternative in living once you have had a full-blown experience. I'm in the movement now, 43 years. After 43 years, why should you make a move and go somewhere else? One time somebody asked, we were sitting together, some godbrothers, I think 5 of us in Germany. There was Bhakti Baba Maharaj, and Satchidananda Swami, and Smita Krishna Maharaj, and myself, and Satchidananda Swami. And people asked us this question. They said, how come you're still here? Because so many left. And I said, the answer is very simple, because we never left, we just stayed. That's the answer, we just stayed. We don't see an alternative. And it's not easy to be in ISKCON at times, but think about it, that life isn't easy, and it is not free from suffering. Suffering is everywhere. People suffer, inside the movement or outside the movement. And it is not that people who live outside who are karmis that they don't suffer, they suffer. In fact, our suffering is vastly reduced. But it's better to suffer for Krishna than to suffer for nothing. So if we suffer in Krishna consciousness, if it's sometimes not easy, our suffering is profitable. It's profitable suffering, because our life may not be easy at times, and most of the time it is not so difficult being a devotee. It can be challenging, but it's worth it. It's worth it, because by the end of the day, this is what we are meant to do. We understand that we are spirit souls, that we are eternal, that we always have been, always will be, and we have to start sometimes with our spiritual life, and might as well start right now. So that answers the question, why should anybody leave this movement? Most people leave because it may be difficult, but then you can still be in contact with the movement. You stay left and right of the movement, on top of the movement, underneath the movement, near the temple, but why should you go away? Why should somebody give up the practice of Krishna consciousness? It doesn't make sense, really.